I want to give honor and glory to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We're going to go through this lesson, the Feast of Dedication. Okay. It start December the 6th, Wednesday night at sundown, right? Okay. Start December the 6th. Okay. The Feast of Dedication. So let's go to it. Let's get into it. This is John 10 and 22. Okay. And it was at, read that again. And it was at Jerusalem, the Feast of the Dedication, and it was winter. Right. So Yahushua kept this Hanukkah, aka the Feast of Dedication, and it is also known as the Feast of Tabernacle. So the Feast of Tabernacle and the Feast of Dedication. Okay. All right. The first days are a holy convocation. Okay. It's a Sabbath. And the 8th day, all right, it's a solemn assembly. Okay. It's a Sabbath. Right. Right. So they both pattern, okay, at the same ordinance. But the difference is the Feast of Tabernacles have tents. Okay. So you got to dwell in your tent. But the Feast of Dedication, you don't dwell in your tent. Okay. Right. So let's go to Leviticus 23 and 33, right? This Leviticus 23 and 33. And the Lord, and the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 34, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, the 15th day of this 7th month there shall be the Feast of Tabernacle for 7 days unto the Lord. Verse 35. On the first day shall be an holy convocation. You shall do no servile work therein. Right. And this is how you keep the Feast of Dedication at December 6th at sundown. It's coming up sundown on 6th. All right. Wednesday evening at sundown, it will be a holy convocation, meaning it is a holy gathering with your brethren, all right, your sisters, and no buying and selling and no servile work, meaning no work for hire. And the only work you can do is prepare the food to cook it. And this is on the first day, right? This is on the first day, verse 36. 7 days you shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. Nope, we ain't got to do that, okay? We don't have to do that, all right? And on the 8th day shall be an holy convocation unto you, and ye shall offer an offering made by fire unto the Lord. It is a solemn assembly, and ye shall do no servile work therein. Right? So, and on the 8th day, December the 13th at sundown, right? Okay. Hold on. Yeah. This is December the 13th at sundown, right? All the way to the December the 14th. Okay. All right. That's the last day. The 14th. All right. That's the 8th day. 13th sundown all the way up to 14th sundown. Okay. All right. That's the 8th day. All right. And it is also a holy convocation and a solemn assembly like we did with the Feast of Tabernacle. And that solemn assembly is a little bit more serious, and you are keeping it more like you would keep your actual Sabbath with the gravity and the severity of it. So you have your first day, which is a holy convocation, and you have your 8th day, which is a holy convocation, and it is 8 days of feasting, and you can cook on all 8 days, and it is going to run through your Sabbath on December the 9th. Right, it's going to run on your Sabbath December the 9th, right? Okay, so it run on your Sabbath December the 9th. You can still cook, okay? All right? All right, December the 9th is the Sabbath. You can still cook. Don't worry about it, okay? All right? Because these feast days is running through it, okay? And you still... All right. So you still can cook on the Sabbath. And also the new moon will come in December the 12th. So December the 12th, that's Tuesday at sundown, right? It's coming in. All right. That's the new moon. All right. So basically it's coming in. So we just have to feast up. All right. Feast on top of feast. All right. You got to just eat good. All right. As the scriptures say, what's that? Sirach 14 and 14, loosely paraphrases. Don't defraud yourself from a good day. All right. So we got a new moon right in that 8-day feast. Okay. So that's what, December the 12th at sundown. All right, when it starts. So right. Like I say, our Sabbath come on Sunday. Saturday on the night, December the 9th. Don't worry about it. Still cook. Okay? Alright? So it's feasting and cooking for them straight 8 days. Okay? Alright? But the first day, December the 6th and December the 14th. Alright? No servile work. Okay? No servile work. Alright? Right. So the only thing you can do on the first and second day, you prepare your food, okay? You preparing your food before you can cook it, all right? Okay. Now let's go to First Maccabee 4 and 54, all right? Bear with me. First Maccabee 4 and 54. All right. We're going to talk about a little history. All right. Okay. Because why is how we doing these feast days? All right. All right. We'll talk about it. All right. This First Maccabee 4:54. Look at look at what time and what day the heathen had profaned it, even in that was it dedicated with songs and citerns, and harps and cymbals. Verse 55. I mean, we were celebrating the feast of dedication, right? But verse 55. Then all the people fell upon their faces, worshiping and praising the God of heaven, who had given them a good success. Verse 56. And so they kept the dedication of the altar 8 days, and offered burnt offering with gladness, and sacrificed the sacrifice of deliverance and praise. Verse 57. They decked it also the forefront of the temple with crowns of gold, and with shields, and the gates and the chambers. They renewed it and hanged it doors upon them. Right, 58. Thus was there very great a gladness among the people, for that the reproach. Read that again. 58. Thus was there very great gladness among the people, for that the reproach of the heathen was put away. Verse 59. Moreover, Judah and his brethren with the whole congregation of Israel ordained it, that the days of the dedication of the altar should be kept in their season, from year to year, by the space of 8 days, from the 25 days of the month Kaslu, with a mirth and gladness. Right. So now this is the dedication of the temple, and Matthias, and his 5 sons, Judah, Simon, Jonathan, and they rose up on the most successful slave rebellion in human history, because they were slaves during the time of Greeks, but they rose up and overthrew them Edomites, and they will never talk about Judas Maccabees, because he killed a lot of Edomites, and they built a empire called the Hasmonean dynasty, and which is not talked about, how the Levites built the Hasmonean dynasty, and these Maccabees brothers are Levites, and they also have a history of overthrowing them Edomites. And the Levites, the same way the Levites overthrew the French in the 1700s. Right. Let's go to Daniel. Okay. Let's go to Daniel 11 and 31. Let's go with Daniel 11 and 31, all right? It's Daniel 11 and 31. And arms shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that maketh desolation. Right. And now when you get around 31, Antiochus Epiphanes the fourth, and this man came out of Antiochus the third, and he came and profaned the temple and the sanctuary, and you can read about that in the first Maccabee, the first chapter. But Daniel 11 chapter is referring to it as well, and this is the first abomination that make a desolation, meaning they offer swine flesh on the altar, and they basically said, forget the Most High, and offer up a pig to Jupiter, Zeus, and they were having sex on the altar and having sex with little boys, right? Let's go to second Maccabees, okay? Let's see what they were doing to the altar, all right? Second Maccabees, okay, 6 and 4. Let's see how they would profane the altar, right? The temple. The second Maccabees 6 and 4. For the temple was filled with riots and reveling by the Gentiles, who daily did with harlots, and had to do with the women within the circuit of the holy places, and besides that brought in things that were not lawful. Right? They had crabs and snakeskin on the altar, dead bodies and little boys, swine flesh all on the altar, and our forefathers killed the Edomites for that wicked thing. And this is coming back in a big way, and y'all shall prophesy about another abomination that make a desolation and a profane offer of the temple, which is the nation of Israel. Right. Verse 5, the altar also was filled with profane things which the law forbid. Right. Let's go to 2 Maccabees 1 and 7. 2 Maccabees 1 and 7. Okay. 2 Maccabees 1 and 7. What time as Demetrius reigned in the hundred slunky threescore and 9 year, we the Jews wrote unto you in the extremity of trouble that came upon us in those years, from the time that Jason and his company revolted from the Holy Land and kingdom. Right. Meaning Jason was one of the top coons of all time, and Jason was an Israelite man and murdered a lot of his fellow Israelite brothers and rebelled against Judea and his brothers. Right. Let's go verse 8. And burnt it, Slunky, and burnt it the porch, and shed innocent blood. And then we prayed it unto the Lord, and were heard. We offered it also sacrifices and fine flour, and lighted the lamps, and set forth the loaves. Verse 9. And now see, that ye keep the feast of tabernacles in the month of Caslu. Right. So meaning now it is saying the feast of tabernacle, but it is really meaning the feast of dedication, and that is the same month is Caslu, and they called it the feast of tabernacle because it is the same length of time. And just like Nehemiah, when they dedicate the temple, and they kept the same thing, and it was ordained during the time of Simon, Jonathan, Judas, and the same month and the same feast. And you can read about it, first Maccabees and the second Maccabees, and that's why you have the lighted of the lamp, and you have your memorial and lighted, and it should have 7 candlesticks, and light all of them, and on the feast of dedication, and light your memorial while you are dwelling, and And the memorial represents 7 churches and 7 spirits of God, right? So before we get to that, we're going to read Revelation 4 and 5. Revelation 4 and 5, okay? Slocky, I forgot to bring my Noah, okay? So let me just, boom, Google it real quick. Okay, here's your menorah. Alright. A number like $29, okay? Make sure it's 7, right? It's 7, not 9, like Elamec, the so-called Jewish people, right? You can get it at Estes, Amazon. I think Walmart carry them, okay? I think Walmart carry them. You need to get them, okay, before the 6th sundown, right? Okay? Right. So this the menorah, all right? So you need to light them. I mean, get your candles, light them up every day for the 8 days. Light them up, all right? Okay? Let's go to Revelation 4 and 5, all right? Revelation 4 and 5. And out, this is Revelation 4 and 5. And out of the throne proceeded lightning and thundering and voices, and there were 7 lamps of fire burning before the throne, which are the 7 spirits of Yahweh. Right, it is 7 lamps of fire, and when they light the lamp, and that is symbolic for the 7 spirits of Yahweh, and meaning it is definitely a numerous amount of spirits in the 3rd heaven, and that's all them spirits. It's like, and that's all them spirits in the 3rd heaven, but they represent the 7 lamps of fire and the 7 spirits of the Most High, and that stand before his throne. And who stand before his throne? 1,000 and 1,000. And it tells you that in Revelation, right? And in Daniel. Let's go to number 8 and 2, okay? Number 8 and 2, okay? It's number 8 and 2. Let's talk about the menorah, right? It's number 8 and 2. It's number 8 and 2. Speak unto Aaron and say unto him, when thou lightest the lamp, the 7 lamps shall give light over against the candlestick. Verse 3. And Aaron did so. He lighted the lamps thereof over against the candlestick as the Lord commanded Moses. Verse 4. And this work of the candlestick was beaten gold unto the shaft thereof, unto the flowers thereof was beaten work, according unto the pattern which the Lord had shewed in Moses. So he made the candlesticks, right? And it is talking about the menorah, and we had to have it, and it's no optional, and not for fun or just have it for decoration. We have to keep the law and rehearse the righteous act, and we have to have fringes, shofar, and a menorah, and it is the law that we have to keep. And they actually made these 7 candlesticks, and you had a wise man that was cunning, that was created by the Most High. And why? Because this is a representation of what's in heaven, and you have the 7 spirits in heaven, and they had to make a shadow of the earth. And everything was made in the wilderness was a pattern of things in heaven, and chiefly Yahushua used this candlestick to light the tabernacle or the house. And who is the true light? Yahushua, to light the house of Israel. So it is a pattern of things of Yahushua, the bread, the shewbread, that's symbolic to Yahushua, the candlestick, and that is all represent the altar, the ark of the covenant, the pattern of things that dwell in the heavens, right? Let's go to Revelation 1 and 18. Revelation 1 and 18. Revelation 1:18. I I am he that lived it and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore. Amen. And have the key of hell and of death. Verse 19. Write the things of which thou hast seen, and the things of which are, and the things of which shall be hereafter. Verse 20. The mystery of the seven stars of which thou sawest in my right hand, and the 7 golden candlesticks. The 7 stars are the angels of the 7 churches, and the 7 candlesticks which thou sawest are the 7 churches, right? And it's also representatively of the 7 churches and 7 lamps, and the 7 lamps are the 7 spirits of the Most High, and the 7 churches are the nation of Israel of the Most High. And it is not literally 7 churches. And also we did have 7 churches back then in the ancient world, Samaria all the way up to Philadelphia, but we are the 7 churches in the last days, and we are just applicable to the 7 churches in the book of Revelation, but it is symbolic to us as well, right? Let's go to Revelation 1:11, okay? It's Revelation 1:11, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, and what thou seest write in a book, and send it unto the 7 churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and unto Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea, right? Back then in the ancient world, it was literally 7 churches, and John written the letter to the 7 churches. And who did he write the letter to? The 7 angels and the 7 churches, for the Spirit can work on these men and show these men what they have to do in the last days, right? So dedication started December the 6th at sundown, all right? Make sure that's Wednesday. Make sure I'm saying it right. Wednesday night, all right? That's sundown, 6 on sundown, all right? Okay? Like I said, you got your new moon inside of that 7 days on the 12th, okay, sundown. So that's just more feasting up, all right? But remember, the first day on the 6th, all right, it's a holy convocation. It's a Sabbath, okay? Right, and the 8th day is a holy convocation, but a solemn assembly. Okay, it's a Sabbath. So no servile work on the first and the first and the last day. All right, no working. Now you can prepare your food, okay, to cook it. All right, okay. So like I say, that 8th day is what's that? On the 13th sundown, all right? So the last day is sundown. On the 13th sundown, boom, you know, as soon as sundown, it's the 8th day, all through the 14th, okay? All the way to the 14th sundown, boom, it's over with, all right? Okay, I want to give honor and glory to y'all about Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.